Here we go. Here we are. How are you? How are you? How are you? Today, I'm going to talk about how you can handle things when you get a little overwhelmed. Okay. This is January 21st, and you might be feeling a little anxious if you haven't seen your business pick up from the December break, right? We all tend to take a little bit of a break in December, even if we've got systems in place that keep our automation humanized and moving forward. We still take a mental break in December, don't we? Everybody needs a mental break, right? So don't beat yourself up over taking a little bit of time in December. The problem is it's hard to get that machine up and running again, isn't it? Those of you who have a funnel in place, it's a little bit easier for you probably because you've got systems that can be turned on and turned off, marketing that can be ramped up and ramp off. Your marketing isn't physically tied to your activity. It's automated, right? So now is the time, if you haven't already, I'm advocating this week to get your marketing scrubbed, up and running, and out the door. That's what's going to make you feel better about your business. That's what's going to alleviate some of the overwhelm. Now, someone had asked me to share a few books that I could recommend. And I've got my library of audiobooks up here on my phone. So if I look down for a second, that's what I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to talk about a few books that, maybe can help you feel better about going into 2022, especially if your business had, a rocky road in 2021, like many of our agents' businesses across the country for the last 2 years have been in turmoil. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but if history repeats itself and you've did a little bit of research on the last, pandemic of this magnitude, I'm talking about the Spanish flu in 1918, it took about 4 years for this country to get through that. And we're only in two. We're only in year 2. We're heading into year 3, but it's still not a path that is clear, right? Before us. We're not out of the woods yet, are we? Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about a few books that might help you feel better and get yourself up and running and get yourself focused back on your business. Okay. Now, one of the books that I really enjoy is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Okay. This is an awesome book. I cannot recommend it enough. If you have not read this book, it is a must read. Okay. This book is going to teach you specifically how to break everything down into atomic habits, right? When you break your major activities down into little itty bitty steps that can be eaten and chewed and consumed and processed and gotten through, you're going to feel better when you've gotten that accomplished. Okay. So part of all of this getting up and running is just making yourself feel better, right? About what you've got going on. I want to make sure I've got this focus there for you. Okay. So, Atomic Habits helped me in tremendous ways, right? It helped me develop a productive morning routine, a productive business shutdown routine, a productive evening routine, and before night routine, right? So if you can break your elements down into itty bitty steps, right, that can be maintained as habits, you'll get moving forward again. Right? You'll get moving forward again. And none of this is really, none of this is new information. It breaks down to lots of little tiny habits, such as writing 5 note cards a day to your audience or your sphere of influence, um, keeping up with your social media content in itty bitty bites, balancing your checkbooks on a consistent basis, right? A lot of the overwhelm that you're probably feeling is probably generated from your finances. You know, it's hard to think, it's hard to focus when your finances aren't on cue. You know what I mean? So make a daily habit, if necessary, to build that into your process, just balancing your checkbooks. Online banking, QuickBooks, you can do that in a few clicks, you know, and feel better about what you've got going on if you know what's in your bank. Okay. Another book I want to talk to you about is called Start with Why. Okay. Start with Why by Simon Sinek, Sinek. Okay. Excellent book. Excellent book. You know, if you don't have your why right in front of you, that's what makes everything so tough. I mean, it makes it tough to get out of bed if you don't know why you're doing that every day. Now, a lot of us, you know, if we've got kids, that's an instant why to get out of bed in the morning, isn't it? Right? You know, if you've got a future in mind, that's a big why to get out of bed, you know. And I suggest you really take some time this month in January to really figure out what you're doing here and why you're doing it. Okay. Because you can't get excited about something unless you know why. And it's got to be deeper than just money. It really does have to be deeper than just money. Although money is the strongest motivator, isn't it? You know, but you've got to have a reason bigger than today and bigger than yourself to build something that's going to be sustainable and automated and humanized. This is your business we're talking about, right? To be everything you want it to be, you're going to have to know your why. Okay. Now let me just scroll through my book library here. Okay. Another great book, if you're, you know, if you want to get your marketing up and running, if you've never read this, Building a Story Brand by Don Miller, great marketing books. Okay. Plug into Don Miller for some marketing. A new book hot off the press is called Get Different Marketing. That stands out. Get into some marketing books. Don't stop focusing on lead generation and focus on marketing yourself strategically. That's going to make all the difference for your business. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here with one more suggestion. If you've never read 7 Levels of Communication by Michael Maher, Maher, excellent book. That's going to give you some structure in your business as far as how you can communicate with your people, how you can build a tribe, how you can attract people to you. Okay. 7 Levels of Communication, a must read if you have never read that book. Okay. And then, gosh, so many great books. Brian Tracy, I love his books. I've read a few of those. Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. And another great book was Eat That Frog. Excellent book to get something done. You got to eat that frog, don't you? I love his analogies. All right. So, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, it's natural this time of the year, right? But if you haven't gotten refocused and haven't gotten back on your horse, as I often say, you got to do it. You got to get going. Today's the 21st of the month, right? Today is the 21st of January. And if you don't get on your horse quickly, right, you're gonna, you're going through this motion with your head down right now, probably because you're still trying to keep up and catch up with yourself from January or from December, right? I just last week started feeling like I was caught up from December, so it takes a lot sometimes to turn a big ship around. When you've been partying for 30 days or 20 days in December, it's hard to turn that big ship around, right? you know so if you don't, though, you've got your head down right now, and you're going to look up and you're going to realize, holy crap, it's March 1st. It's March 1st already. What the hell happened? And you will have already lost 2 months of this year. Okay. So if you need help, if you need some brainstorming ideas, I'll be happy to have a 20-minute quick call with you, and we can talk about your avatar, and we can talk about some quick little marketing things that you can do for your business to give you a quick start and get you up and running. Okay. So feel free to drop a comment underneath me here, or just hit me up in Messenger and let me know you'd like to book a little call with me. And then we'll have a come to Jesus conversation, and we'll get your marketing up and running quick. Okay. I'll give you a few quick ideas that you can get moving with. All right. So I hope to talk to you soon, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you build your business. Okay. I'm always here for you. Feel free to post in the comments or post in the group. Okay. And we'll unpack what you got going on. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.